Crap with Beth and Matt. Cut to Crap is the world's #1 no bullshit health and fitness podcast. Hello to the best friends in the world. This week we discuss a topic that we know many people struggle with. Beth is just getting back from a heavy 2-week travel period, and we thought this would be a really great opportunity to talk about nutrition while traveling and some of our strategies for doing so. We also discuss society's relationship with alcohol and how prevalent it is in the fitness industry. Buckle up and let's go. Beth.
Matt. What's up?
What's up?
Good to see your face. How are you?
It's good to see yours as well. I'm peachy. It's a beautiful, it's not a beautiful day, but it's, I feel beautiful. Feels like a beautiful day. It's a good fucking day to be alive.
Fucking amazing.
Yeah. How are things with you?
I'm glad to be back
home.
Oh my God. Yeah. What a whirlwind of a few weeks it's been.
Yeah, for sure. Are we just going straight into shit here?
We're just gonna fucking just do it.
Let's do it. All right.
All right.
Cool. I mean, first of all, I want to know, do we want to catch up on how we've been, or do we want to get into our topic at hand first and then catch up with how we've been?
Let's see.
Topic at hand? I think topic at hand.
Let's just go with the flow.
Okay.
Yeah. Why don't we talk about? Okay, let's talk about. I guess the first thing on my mind would be like nutrition and traveling.
Yes.
And I know that's a question that we get all the time, right? Like, what am I doing on vacation? What do I do when I'm traveling?
Yep.
You know,
absolutely.
Here's the thing. What I've experienced is that you can plan as best as you can, but you know what? It really is kind of difficult to be really, focused on your nutrition when you're traveling. It really is. You could just do the best you can. You just go with the basics that that we try to teach you.
Right.
And you realize that it's what you do most of the time that matters, not some of the time. And
very good point.
You enjoy yourself. But does that mean you have to go balls out and fucking drink a keg of beer and eat everything in sight? No, but you can still enjoy yourself.
Absolutely. And that's what I preach to my clients and help my clients understand is, like, when they have vacations coming up and they want to talk about strategies for eating and things like that. I'm like, first and foremost, I'm like, I don't want you tracking calories on vacation.
Yeah.
I want you to just enjoy yourself. And, that 1 week, that 5 days, 7 days, however long it is, in the grand scheme of things, that isn't going to mean anything. But I do think there's still some good fundamentals and foundations that we can talk about, like that maybe we each incorporate for ourselves while we're traveling. Obviously, I travel a lot, and you do as well. Especially recently, you've been traveling quite a bit. So let's kind of talk about that a little bit. But really, I mean, like you said already, it's the same stuff that we already talk about. It's just focusing on those things. For instance, the way I eat is kind of dictated also by my type of traveling that I'm doing. If it's a beach vacation, it's going to be completely different than, going on a trip to go hiking somewhere. Right. Because when I'm going hiking, I'm going to be looking to fuel my body and optimal performance and things like that. So if I'm doing a hiking trip, what I'll do is I'll do a very big breakfast, a carb heavy breakfast. And then I'll just do like 2 meals a day. And usually, actually, when I'm traveling, it usually is only 2 meals a day, just because the middle of the day just gets so hectic. So I'll do like a breakfast and then a dinner. And then in between, I'll be doing snacks, right? Protein bars and beef jerky, shakes, trail mix, and things like that. Now, of course, if I'm hiking, I'm doing the carb heavy breakfast because I need that fuel to sustain me for the grueling physical activity I'm going to be going through. But I'm doing something like a beach vacation or a beach trip. I usually do a smaller, lighter breakfast, such as like fruit and some type of protein. Maybe it's eggs or some breakfast meat or something like that with my breakfast. Because I don't want to I just don't want that heavy feeling while I'm at the beach and things like that. And then I'll pack snacks and stuff. If I'm going to be at the beach all day, I'll pack snacks up in our cooler or our bag, whatever we have, to eat while we're at the beach.
Yeah. I think, it's crazy because things can be so unpredictable too, right? I mean, when I was in LA, like my meals were all over the place. And at some points I wasn't eating enough because I was at meetings and things that, you know, I didn't have access to quick food. I couldn't just leave and be like, I'm just going to go get something to eat. And, you know, I got a little irritated because I was like, you guys, I'm fucking hungry. Like, we need to eat food. Like, this is bullshit. Okay. I need a break. I need to eat. Like, I can't live like this. And so, you know, your food is just all over the place, and that you have to just go with the flow. I think my focus was just making sure I got enough water. At one point, I was like, just drink enough water, make sure I was able to move my body, like at least walk to where I was going from the Airbnb. My Airbnb didn't have like a stove, so I couldn't, like, you know, make my own stuff. So I just got fruit to put in the fridge, and I got some yogurt. And things that I can just, you know, I ate that, a little bit of that, but then I went out to dinners and I was like, let's get some pho. I haven't had pho in years. And just like random stuff. And it may not be ideal, but that's okay. I think that's what we have to, you know, remember, is that it may not be your ideal situation. You just make the best of it.
Yes. Two important points there that I want to emphasize. You emphasized water, hydration, and I have a client she's going through a 2-week stretch right now where she's doing 2 different vacations. She's in the middle of it right now. And she was in Vegas last weekend. And prior to that, we had a kind of a conversation about how things were going to go and nutrition strategies and things like that. Of course, she was going to indulge and have some alcohol and things like that. So we were trying to keep that to a minimum, and some other things that we were trying. So the main thing was hydration that we focused on. Hydration. The days leading up to going to Vegas, actually, we doubled her water intake. Because first of all, it was going to be fucking hot in Vegas, you know. Right now it's super hot in Vegas, as it is in most places. So leading up to it, like, you don't want to just start hydrating more when you're there. If you know you're going to need more water while you're somewhere like hot and you're going to be sweating a lot more, you need to start hydrating a couple of days before. So, absolutely. And then kept that going while she was there. And then, of course, like you said, you know, when you're traveling, like I don't know about everybody listening, but when I'm traveling, I want to try all the delicious, amazing food that they have there, wherever it is, because I'm a foodie. So I'm gonna seek out the best foods in the area, and I'm gonna eat the hell out of them, you know. Right.
Yeah, I know. I was in Austin, and I had freaking tacos, and I had donuts, like the specialty donuts, and I was like, I'm gonna try all this stuff that I can't get anywhere else. But then I stopped eating before I become full. And I had people are like, that's all you're going to eat? I'm like, yeah, I'm full. I'm full right now. I'm comfortable. I don't need to finish this just because it's on my plate. I don't care. Like, my body to me is a fucking temple. And I don't need to feel like super full, uncomfortable, not being able to walk just because it was there. Like, that's not how I live anymore. So
I've been there. And Beth, that's a really good point. Because remember recently, when last month when I came to see you in Maine, when we got out and got lobster at that, what was the place we went to?
We went to, oh shit, what was it called?
The place right on the
right in the water.
Yeah. It doesn't matter the name of it. But,
I don't even know what time zone I'm in.
This is so fucking good. I was like, that's true. You just got back yesterday. So you were 3 hours behind in Vegas, or not Vegas, but in LA there. But you remember the conversation that we had? Because I wanted both the lobster roll and I wanted the lobster mac and cheese. And I couldn't decide what I wanted. So I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm going to get another order to go and then eat it after my run. But did I end up doing it? I didn't do it, right? Because I was like, after thinking about it, I was like, I don't actually need this. Yes, it's going to taste really good. And I'm craving it. But at the same time, I was thinking mindfully about it. And I was like, I don't actually want this. I don't need this. And all it's going to do is make me miserably full. So I passed on it. And you know what? I'm going to be coming to Maine again, and I'll get it next time. So
yeah, exactly.
It's all good.
It is all good.
And I was better off, and I was happier for that too.
Yeah.
I think some other things that we can talk about here with eating while traveling or on vacation is like airport eating and eating on road trips and things like that. Because you had your flight canceled. And of course, especially if you're flying from one coast to another, it's going to be a 5 or 6 hour flight for it, probably, depending where you're going. So that's one meal right there. So I think having some strategies for travel day as well are really important. And I think this is a really good opportunity to talk about a type of hunger, which is eating essentially like I can't draw a blank here what it's called. It's a convenience hunger, essentially.
And the thing is, the airports don't set you up for success. Let's be real. I mean, I brought protein bars and things like that, but
Mhm.
those aren't substantial when you're coming off a 6-hour fucking flight eating like
Correct.
barely yet. They don't serve anything on the plane barely, but fucking
Not
like,
anymore, not since COVID, at least.
yeah, it's ridiculous. You're on a 6-hour flight fucking starving. And I had like nuts and protein bars, and that can only hold you off so long. So then when
Yep.
you get into said airport, either New York City or Atlanta, the hell airports from, you're like, I just want something to eat. Like
Yes.
whatever has no fucking line right now because I have to get somewhere else in about 20 seconds.
Right.
So you got to do what you got to do, and that's just, I go to the basics. All right, what can I get that has protein in it? That's my immediate thing. I don't go for like a cinnamon bun or a muffin or just a plain bagel.
That's not gonna satisfy you.
No, but I will make sure that, okay, this place is open, no line. I can get like a protein shake. I can get a thing of fruit, and then maybe I don't even know.
Yeah, most of those little shops and convenience stores in the airports have those things.
Yeah, so I just go for what I can, and I don't hate myself for doing it.
Yeah,
I think that's what people need to realize. It really
for
is
sure.
just about.
But also on that note too, Beth, I'll argue a little bit that they don't necessarily set you up for success, but if you do a little bit of thinking, you can and planning, not necessarily planning ahead, but you can be successful even while in an airport.
True.
Like those little shops, the newspaper shops with the convenience stores, essentially, they usually have things like wraps and sandwiches usually, and those wraps and sandwiches are usually like 300 or 400 calories and about 20 to 25 grams of protein, depending on what you get. I think it was when I was coming home from Maine the last time, I got a little chicken Caesar wrap.
Yeah,
and it was just made that day. The sticker said, and it was good. It
nice.
Helped me over for the flight. Of course, it wasn't a long flight from Maine back to Detroit,
right.
but it was good because I hadn't had breakfast in the morning because I think I had to wake up at like we worked out that morning, and then it was a hectic morning. But
yeah,
but also like if you're going to be busy for the next 5 to 6 hours on a flight and hopping between terminals and things like that, eat before you leave. Eat something, some type of a meal before that. Even though you're not hungry, it's okay to eat in that situation because it's going to save you later from overeating when you finally do get the chance to eat, or it's going to save you from going for the Cinnabon when that's not really what you wanted, and you're going to eat the Cinnabon and it's not going to satisfy you whatsoever. So now you just had all those extra calories and you're still going to be wanting to go on a binge and eat something else.
I had an issue with that situation because our flight left at 6 a.m. So when you get to the airport, there's literally nothing fucking open.
Not that early.
Which is bullshit, right? And then you're about to hop on a 6-hour flight.
Those are very common flights too.
What the fuck do you do? I was like, and we were rushing to get, everything. I feel like we had no time to like actually walk around and find something to eat. So we were thrown into one situation, into the next. And all I kept thinking was, I have no fucking water. There's nowhere to get water right now because I had to dump my water that I brought.
You're right. You can't go through security with it.
So, I got on the plane with absolutely no fucking water, and I don't even remember what I had to eat. It was barely anything. And getting off the plane with barely anything to eat, I was not in a good situation.
Yeah. On that note about water too, Beth, that's a really good point. Travel with water. Like, go to the airport with a water bottle. Granted, you're not going to be able to take it through security, but empty it out before, chug it all before, and then refill it at one of those water fountains by the bathrooms.
I didn't realize that until
$4 or $5 on a fucking bottle of water. Yeah. What'd you say? You didn't realize what?
I didn't realize that I should have done that until towards the end of my trip when I was like, oh yeah, Christy gave me this and it was empty on the side of my thing, and I was like, I could have just refilled it on a water fountain.
Because I don't know about you, I'm not going to sit there. I drink a lot of fucking water.
Yeah.
I'm sure you do too, Beth. I'm not going to go there on a 5-hour flight and get those 8-ounce cups of water from the flight attendant and go through 10.
Oh, yeah. No. I had to go in the back and ask the flight attendant like 3-4 times for water.
Right. Like, please just keep them coming. Bartender,
like, please. Give me some fucking more than a fucking shot glass of water, please.
Then you feel like
dying
like
right
an
now.
Annoying asshole, like asking for like you're so needy,
I know.
So it's like, especially if you don't like feeling like you're a bother to people, like, just bring your own water bottle, fill it up when you get to the gas station or the airport through the security.
Yeah.
And you'll be better off for it. Because that'll help you too with those hunger cravings. A lot of times hunger cravings get misidentified because you're just thirsty. You're just
bored.
And thirsty and bored. And we are, I mean, I don't remember the figures, but I read this, like, we're chronically fucking dehydrated as adults, as Americans, we're not drinking water. And I don't know what what our aversion is to water, but for some reason we're not drinking it. So
Right.
I blame, I said this on a video the other day. I blame it on, like not blame it on this, but I said as children, we're drinking soda and sugary juices, like fruit juices all the time. And I'm not demonizing those things, but our kids we're not making our kids drink fucking water.
Yeah, and why is that, you guys? This is a good question. My son always drinks fucking water. Literally,
Same.
he grew up on water. Like
My son
he'll
doesn't
bathe.
like soda.
Sometimes he'll have one of my Diet Coke Zeros,
Mhm.
which then at that point I don't even like him having that, but I'm like, whatever. I can't keep him from everything, but he
Right.
didn't grow up on juices and all that stuff. So why are we giving our kids that stuff? I'm not shaming any parents here.
Mhm.
This is me because I do things that I'm not necessarily
Absolutely. We're not perfect.
proud of or perfect, but it all starts with us, right?
It does.
If you're listening, probably take care of your health or want to get better at your nutrition. So we need to lead by example and drink water. We're drinking lots of water. Our kids should be drinking lots of fucking water. Fuck the juices, fuck the sodas. That is honestly, the more I hear doctors talk about, like, our kids should not be drinking that shit. It's just,
They really, yeah. And if there's like, this might be the closest you ever hear us get to demonizing anything, but it's true.
Right.
These are just cold hard facts. Like,
right.
And I know my son, every once in a while, he'll get headaches, and he's 12 years old, you know?
Yeah.
And so I talked to him like, Riker, I'm like, have you had any water today? Like how, or
Right.
he's actually gotten to the point now where he already knows what I'm going to ask him, and he'll be like, no, I'll go drink some water. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. Like, or like, even like having trouble going to the bathroom, pooping and things like that.
Yes.
That helps. Being dehydrated can exacerbate that, can make it worse.
Yeah. My son has gone through the same thing. In fact, just before we got on the Zoom call, he's like, I have a headache. I'm like, have you drank any water? No. Okay. This is what's happening.
Right.
Yeah.
Broken arm, drink some water.
Yep.
But if we started working on getting more water, this is turning into an episode about water now. If we just start working on getting more water, that would fix a lot of our ailments and the way that we're feeling.
That's
It'll energize you and everything. But
like juice and stuff like that has no nutritional value for our kids, and they should be drinking a lot more water. That's just
And I'll be honest. I mean, I was never told not to drink soda when I was a kid. And I'm not shaming my parents for this. I just was allowed to do whatever the fuck I wanted, you know? I drank a lot of Mountain Dew. I fucking lived Mountain Dew as a kid, 2 liters at a time. And that continued on until my early 20s, Beth. Went to the point where I was 250 pounds, and that started my 50 plus pound weight loss journey. That was the first thing I did, was gave up soda, Mountain Dew. Not saying what we have to, but at that point I didn't know what I should be doing for nutrition, right? I just stopped drinking fucking 2 liters of Mountain Dew every day.
Yeah, that's a fucking lot.
Sugar that is? That's hundreds of grams of sugar a day.
A lot.
If I would have continued on that path, I would have had diabetes. I would have gotten type 2 diabetes, I'm sure of it, because I was living a sedentary life. I was drinking all that soda. I was eating like an asshole, so. And because I didn't learn those nutrition things as a kid. My parents weren't doing them, and neither, so I wasn't as well.
My mom was the opposite.
She was the opposite.
She was super strict because she was always on some diet. So, but she was always strict. We weren't allowed sugary cereals. We weren't allowed soda. I mean, everything was like tofu pups, which is like a tofu hot dog, and just. So I've never been a soda person, and now I do like my diet soda, but
I love diet soda,
to excess.
I still enjoy soda. Yeah, exactly. And so if there anybody's listening, they're like, what, these guys are talking bad about soda. Well, first of all, we only defend soda and diet soda in the context of like, you can have these fit as a perfectly balanced diet in moderation. What I was talking about, that was not moderation for me. That was unhealthy amounts right there. So
yeah. That's what we're talking about, guys. We're not like shaming. You can have your soda, but do you need 5, 6, 7, 8 a day? No.
Fuck no. No. Okay, so we talked about kind of hydrating while we're traveling being one of the most important things. Having convenient snacks that are gonna satisfy us in terms of like protein, right? So some protein bars, protein shakes. Beef jerky is a really good go-to. And some non-meat, non-animal sources. You could do like some edamame crisps or chips. Or not like baked edamame, I should say. That's a really good protein source, really good fiber. And those taste really good. You can do like some trail mix if you're looking for some more calorically dense foods. All great options. And fruit, like you mentioned, most of those little stores in the gas station do have usually at least bananas and apples.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I was able to get some like Core Power or chocolate protein, which is always my go-to.
That's one of my favorite actually protein shakes.
Yeah. And then they usually have, like you said, cut up fruit.
Yep.
So you got your protein, you got your fruit.
Yep. So it's possible. But also we want you to enjoy yourself while you're on vacation. So eat all the foods that are there. Your favorite foods that are there. Go try out the local cuisines. Find that awesome dive bar to go eat at. Enjoy yourself. And then when we get back home, we just get back on track and get back to it, knowing that we didn't, lose our progress and ruin anything.
Right.
And there it is. I don't know.
There we have it.
Do we have anything else to talk about with nutrition while traveling, eating while traveling on vacation? I don't know. I think
no, but I have one thing that I wanted to mention, but this is just my observation. I want to bring this up because I talk about it a lot, is alcohol. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Holy motherfucking shit, you guys.
Okay.
So coming from someone that hasn't drank in almost 7 years, literally every fucking state I went to, everything event that I went to was at some point about liquor or weed. Okay. And then I'm sitting there looking back going, no one can fucking enjoy themselves without having some form of substance. It is insane to me, the amount of things that people do. It could be, it actually blew me away. I'm like, wow, it was sad to me. It was actually sad to me. And I love everyone that I was hanging out with, but I'm just like, no one can do anything without drinking or pulling out a fucking joint. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And I just want to know why. I want to know why. Why the fuck does it everything have to involve alcohol? Literally everything.
Alcohol is associated with fun and social gatherings for it's so ingrained in us. And I don't, that's not a great answer, but it's an answer. At least that's my answer.
And
people think we can't have fun without alcohol when that couldn't be further from the truth. You can't be yourself without alcohol. That's not true.
And I accidentally had a fucking sip of alcohol this weekend, and I was fucking pissed because we were at my brother's boyfriend's apartment, and we were playing games, and they were drinking, and I had my kombucha. We all had like these fancy glasses with straws, and all the drinks were pink. Well, someone moved one of their alcoholic drinks next to mine. So I'm like looking down at my phone, and I grab it and I sip it. And then I was like, that's not my kombucha. And I put it down, and I was like, son of a bitch. That was a fucking alcoholic drink. And I was like, motherfucker, did I just fuck everything up? Like, no, that was an accident. I don't want to have anymore.
Props but it was to you just, for recognizing that. Like,
it was just like, I was irritated, but I'm like, you can't let it get to you, Beth. It's not like you like purposely went and was like, I'm going to take this and drink it.
Yeah, that definitely sucks.
That was annoying.
But I mean, also like, that's fucking like, wow, Beth, the fact that you knew that happened and you didn't let that like dictate anything, because you still controlled that. Like, you controlled your reaction to that rather than letting that fuck everything up for you.
Right.
You made it your bitch, and you said, no, this is, I don't, it doesn't serve me, and I gave this up for a reason, and I'm not going back to it. So, because for some people that could completely fuck them up. That one drop of alcohol, if they're recovering alcoholic. Especially
because I felt for like 2 weeks, all I was doing was being surrounded by alcohol.
You're probably tired
of every fucking situation. I was like, God, can I just not be around alcohol for like, seriously, it was everywhere.
Yeah.
And as someone that struggles or has struggled with alcohol, it's hard because I'm the oddball. I'm the one that's like, she's not drinking and everyone's getting hammered. I was doing shots with people of kombucha while they're drinking shots of tequila. And I felt weird. Like, no, I'll have a shot of kombucha. It was just, it's awkward, and I don't like feeling like that.
That's because it's that alcohol culture. Like you were, I mean, how do you describe that? Because like you were still, hopefully you were still having fun, but like,
no, of course,
the fact that like you were mimicking that to join in and be accepted in a way,
right?
I guess like that's what sucks about it. And I'll say this too, Beth. I told you this, I think on our TikTok live. I want to say this on the podcast too. That's what I love about going and traveling and seeing you and collaborating with you, is because I know that like that's not something that I have to be around, and I just appreciate that about you. And I know like I don't have to decide if I want to drink or not, because most times when I'm traveling and things like that, I don't want to drink. I don't want to have a drink. But a lot of the times it is socially the thing that's going on.
Right.
After a long hike, we have a summit. It's like, let's have a summit beer, or let's go to the local brewery. And like, I love sampling local beers and things like that too. But like, it's nice to just not have travel plans built around alcohol. Essentially what I'm saying.
And I just want to put it out there that if you're listening and, I'm not judging you for drinking, like at all. Like, I love all my friends, whether they drink or they don't drink. I just think that we shouldn't have a society that everything is based around alcohol. And that's just my thoughts about the way people live now.
Now this might upset some people, but the fitness industry, when there's like, I don't know, I'm not naming anything in particular, but I've been to fitness events in the past. Like when I go to the Arnold and things like that down here in Columbus, in Ohio, it's all like going to a fitness expo or something. And then alcohol is still so prevalent in the health and fitness industry. Like all these professionals are still, and then going out and getting fucking blackout tanks with each other afterwards. I'm like, why? What kind of message is that giving? I don't know. It's something I struggle with. I don't struggle with my relationship with alcohol, but I struggle with finding that balance in this industry of promoting health and wellness while still partaking in something like that. And of course, like there's moderation and balance exists and things like that. That's fine. For some people, that's not a problem. But I think when we're sitting here talking about living a healthy lifestyle, but then we're going out and getting blackout drunk all the time, that's not okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. So I just wanted to put it out there.
Yeah. We probably just lost half of our listeners, but if you're still listening, we appreciate you. But also on that note, I
don't think we lost half our listeners. I think it's important for people to hear this shit.
It is. Yeah. And we've been getting a lot of comments too from people on our videos. Like I know the one guy commented like Matt, like, I just dumped out all 7 bottles of liquor in my apartment thanks to you and this.
Oh wow, that's right.
And I've made a couple of videos about like how we need to be more mindful of alcohol and like how everybody's normalizing alcohol but demonizing fucking diet soda, right? It's on that video. And I just want people to be aware. That's it. Awareness. That's
the thing. Aware of like how much you actually do drink, because you might not even realize it. You might be like, I'm having 2 or 3 drinks every night at this event. That's not much, but actually every single day, if you're doing something like that adds up. It's more than you fucking think.
14 to 21 drinks a week right there. That's a lot of fucking alcohol.
Yeah.
Depending on what you drink, that's thousands of calories too.
And just the statistics that come out about how alcohol affects you and the cancer and all that stuff.
Yep. I'm looking forward to getting a couple of guests on this podcast that are going to be able to talk as an expert on those type of things.
Yeah.
So, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Actually, I want to say like who's coming on the podcast.
Are we good to say?
I think so. Yeah. And okay, so we're having Alan Aragon on the podcast, who has a master's in the science of nutrition. He just wrote a book called Flexible Dieting. Actually, Alan Aragon is sober. He's 4 years sober.
Oh, really? That's amazing.
Yeah. But this, you guys, this is huge. If it was like the president of the United States for nutrition, he would be it.
I was thinking of like how we're going to introduce him. Like, and I'm like, he's like the godfather of nutrition.
Yeah.
And then I think he's the godfather, and like Lane Norton is like the president or something.
Yes, right. Totally. So we're super excited that's going to be in August. So stay tuned for that.
Fuck yeah.
Alan, he is the one that writes all the peer reviewed and the scientific studies and PubMed.
The ones that we're all reviewing and
that we go and read to get the facts from. So
yeah,
this is big.
It's huge. And it's also happening right around the 1-year anniversary mark of our podcast, which is going to be really fucking cool.
That's fucking cool. We should actually release it, Matt, on our anniversary day.
Let's do it.
Let's
You
do
heard it
it.
here first. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
heard it here first, which is the same weekend. We are hiking Katahdin. So
What a huge
win-win.
weekend. Oh my God.
Big
Beth,
motherfucking
can you believe that's
weekend.
only 3 weeks
No, I'm
away?
freaking the fuck out. And I'm so excited. Ryan Cassim is coming again.
What up, boy?
If
Yeah.
you're listening, Ryan, if you
You better be.
so that's exciting. And then we have who else is coming on?
On the hike? Oh,
No,
or on the podcast.
Yeah.
Auntie Amanda Lee, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
she if you guys follow her on TikTok, she's got about 4.2 or 4.3 million followers.
If you're listening, there's a good chance you probably follow her. So,
and she has literally healed her relationship with food throughout the couple years of her being on TikTok. And she did struggle with an eating disorder and now is overcome that. So we're going to talk about that with her. And then you have, what's his name? He's a doctor.
Oh, Dr. Joey Zundel. Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to talk about what
he is he has a PhD and he works in cancer research. So he's going to be coming on the podcast too. And we're going to talk about some myths surrounding cancer, especially as it pertains to nutrition, because there's a lot of bullshit out there about people saying this and this and this gives you cancer. Well, he's going to come and fucking clear the air for us. And then we're also going to talk about some things that we can do with our lifestyle to help kind of minimize our chances of coming down with cancer or coming down with cancer. That sounds stupid, but of getting cancer at some point in our life. So
yeah, do you come down with cancer? Or do
I don't know.
Cancer?
I'm an idiot.
That's a good.
I don't know what the right way to. I don't know what the right way is to say that.
I don't know actually either.
Being susceptible to cancer, perhaps. I don't know. Minimize your chances of getting fucking cancer.
Okay, there you go.
So I think everybody's going to benefit from that one too. So some amazing guests lined up.
Yeah, super exciting couple months ahead.
Yes, for sure. Wow. Okay. So that was a good, really segue from the topic we wanted to talk about, which was the nutrition while traveling. I think, is there anything else any common questions we get about nutrition while vacationing and traveling? Because my mindset is what I always tell people is like, just please fucking enjoy yourself. I just really want you to enjoy yourself while you're on vacation. It's not the time to be worrying about weight loss and things like that. But we could also talk about some things you could be doing while traveling on a vacation, which is movement and quality movement. And this is something my movement is always through the fucking roof, like literally 2 or 3 times the amount of steps on vacation as I do when I'm at home. Because I'm doing fun shit. I'm swimming, I'm hiking, whatever it is, like I'm just active. If I'm at the beach, I'm going for my morning walk on the beach, which is amazing, so tranquil. And at nighttime I'm walking the beach with the sunset.
If all you do is get super hydrated and walk or get some exercise, you're doing pretty good.
You're winning the fucking game right there.
So I say focus on a couple things.
Yes.
And don't overcomplicate it, don't overthink it, and just when you get home, just get right back on track. Just
for sure.
I'm going to go grocery shopping tonight. I didn't go to the gym this morning because I'm on a weird time. It would just be unproductive, to be honest.
Your body's probably just not ready for it. Yeah. It's probably stressed and jet lagged. And
I'm going to start tomorrow, and I'm hydrating today, and I'm back to regularly scheduled programming.
Yeah. Oh, I know something we could talk about really quickly too, is our Couch to 5K updates. So I just finished week 7. So 1 week left, and this has been a really good week of training for me with the Couch to 5K. So I'm going to finish up next week, and then I'm going to Nashville next weekend actually to visit my cousins. And then I'm going to look probably this week. I'm going to look to do like a local 5K or something, or a virtual 5K the week after that.
Sweet.
So I'm going to fucking do that.
But
also on that note too, so you remember when we first said let's do this about the shoes? I didn't get a good pair of shoes when we first started, and once I got into these longer runs, I was realizing that what was holding me back, my feet were fatiguing and hurting towards the tail end of my run. So I went out and I got a really good pair of running shoes. I skimped on that at first because I didn't think I needed it. But once we got into it, I was like, I actually do need a good pair of shoes. So I bought a pair of, I'm debating between Brooks and Hoka's is what the brand you've seen, the Hoka's is OKA. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but I think that's how it's pronounced. So I went with a pair of Hoka's. And oh my God, night and day, what a really good pair of running shoes does for you. Like it's so worth the investment.
It's so true.
Don't skimp on it. my recovery is so much better. My runs are actually faster now as a result of that, because I'm not fatiguing as early in my runs. It's not my lungs that were, or my cardiovascular system that was fatiguing. It was my fucking feet would be, and so I would down.
Shoes are huge.
Yeah. So I'm right around that 8-minute mile mark now.
That's awesome.
Which has been a goal for mine. Now, if I can do that for the entire 5K, like I'll be pretty happy with that. So
that's pretty, that's good. That's a good pace.
Yeah.
Actually.
How's your training coming with that? You've been obviously had a crazy couple of weeks. So have you gotten any runs in, or?
No. No. So when I left, I was at week 7, I think maybe, I think day 3. So it's time to start week 8. Or I have to ask.
We're right there together then, because I'm starting week 8 on Friday.
We're close. So I might start week 7 over, because I haven't been doing anything for 2 weeks. So
it's not
I don't want to. Yeah. So I'm still at week 7. So that's good.
Awesome. Well, we're coming to the end on that, and that's funny because we started that as a result of this podcast, didn't we? And that was it with Ryan that no, that was with Daniel that we talked about the 5K with, I think, right? Or just running. Is why we started kind of doing the couch to 5K. That was with Daniel Hong, I think, right?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So we'll have to give him an update if he's listening. We should definitely give him an update though. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
New month coming out for the Patreon soon.
Yes.
I got to work on that this weekend. I wonder what our monthly challenge will be. I don't know.
I was thinking about that. So we did a squat challenge this month. I wonder we
did a step challenge the month before.
What a step challenge was something that we heard a lot about last time, was when we were asking for ideas, was the push-ups. People want to get better at push-ups. So maybe we do some push-up related step challenge.
Yeah, that actually could be a good one. I was thinking about that.
Either I think push up or pull up at some point would be awesome. And then we should probably do a mindset related challenge here again sometime soon too.
Yeah, for sure.
So the mindset's everything.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And then new month of workouts are going to be coming out in just a few. That's going to be exciting. I'm gonna spice it up a little bit with the workouts this month. I'm gonna make them a little bit more challenging this month. So anybody that's listening that's up for a challenge, if you haven't signed up already, come sign up for the Patreon, because August is gonna be have some even better workouts. I should say better, but different workouts. Because I'm thinking I'm gonna do like some like supersets and things like that with a couple of things. So
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Woohoo.
Yes. Let's see. I don't know. I think that's it. I'm back in the gym now. I signed back up. I put things on pause with my coach about a little bit over a month ago. When I was just feeling really burnt out and everything.
Yeah.
I just picked back up with him this week, which is nice. We're doing more fun movements. I don't have any strength goals. I don't have any muscle building goals. It's just going there and enjoy my workouts. That's I told him, I was like, hey man, I'm ready to pick back up with you, but I don't want any strength goals whatsoever. I said, I just want to go in and feel good and get a quality workout in. He's like, I got you. So I showed him what I've been doing the last month, my kind of routine that I had been doing. And, he kind of incorporated that and gave me some fun stuff.
Good.
I've been doing Bulgarian split squats for the last month. So I'm doing those still.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's funny because the one day I was at the gym and Sierra texted me, and I can't remember what it was. I think she texted me, I love you or something. And I texted her back. I said, I love you. I said, but I hate myself right now. I said, I'm programming my own workouts, and I gave myself Bulgarian split squats. And I said, why do I hate myself?
Oh my God.
So
yeah,
it's a love-hate relationship though. It's hate while you're doing them, but when you're done, you're like, oh my God, I love that. So,
yeah, they're good. They're good. That's why you got to do them.
Exactly.
But they fucking suck. That's for sure.
They do.
Yes.
All right. I don't know. We're in the nitty gritty. I'm just really looking forward to this fucking hike trip that we have coming up to Mount Katahdin. So close. We've been talking about it for like a year now on this podcast.
I know. My brother has 6 flights of stairs to his apartment.
How did that feel?
And we going up it, I was like, oh my God, that's what it's going to feel like going up Katahdin. And I was like, at the 6th flight, I was like, fuck this. And I had a backpack on my back that was like 85 pounds.
Nice. Yeah.
And my fucking suitcase. I was like, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
And I saw, go ahead.
But after I did it a few times, it got easier and easier. And I was like, okay, this is going to be all right.
And you know what's funny about that too is that first part of any hike that I've ever done, that's usually one of the hardest parts because your legs and everything are getting adjusted.
Yeah.
But of course, once I'm not saying that. I know you've already set the expectations for how fucking hard this hike is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And I know Iris tagged us in her story today about her doing her rucking, which is awesome. Now Ryan's got 3 weeks to get his shit in order. So.
Fucking Ryan better get it together, friend.
Yeah.
I'm excited he's coming back.
Me too. So excited. We've got a really good group.
Yeah, for sure.
A podcast recap or something like the day or two after we recover and get home from
for sure. So, for sure. We'll be documenting it.
We are. And yeah, because I'm going to document it. I'll get as many videos and we're like the torture that we're going through during the process and everything, I'm sure. So it's going to stay tuned for that, everybody. Hopefully we can do some cool shit. So
I'll be recording the breakdowns, you guys.
You might see me crying at the top of Mount.
Stay tuned.
Fuck this. Why did I do this? No.
Oh my God. I can't see you doing that. Well, I don't know. Uh-huh.
I'm getting you never know.
I never know, you guys.
I live for that shit though. I live for like the physical and mental challenge. Like it always sucks while you're doing it, but just that feeling of accomplishment, it makes it worth it.
I want to know how many times everyone's gonna be like, "Are we almost there yet?"
I hate that question.
Yeah. No, we're not.
Like we're almost there, and that's like the cruelest joke ever to play on a hiker. You know. When somebody's coming back down from a mountain and you pass them and they're like, almost there, guys. And you're like, fuck off. I know I'm not almost there.
Fuck off. Like, almost there to who? Whatever.
Yeah. Keep going. Keep going. Yeah. I'm actually, on Friday, I'm getting a new tattoo.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to start working on a sleeve.
Sweet.
And I think I told you what my idea for the tattoo is anyway. So when I was with you the one time, the first time I was in Maine, I think, that little town we went through, you said where the mountain meets the sea. So that's actually going to be the concept I'm going for with this sleeve, because I want this arm to be dedicated to like traveling and things like that. So I'm thinking I'm going to have like a summit peak with a hiking trail leading up to it, overlooking the ocean with like mountains in the background. Is what I'm going for here. So
there you go.
I booked this appointment like 3 months ago. It takes a while to get in with this artist, so I'm really excited.
Yay! That's exciting.
Hell yeah! All right.
All right, you guys.
That's it. Yeah.
I think that's it.
Awesome episode.
Yes. All right.
See
ya.
Guys.
Peace out.
And that is a wrap for this episode of Cut the Crap with Beth and Matt. Did we help you cut through the bullshit? We want to know. Send us a DM on Instagram and share your thoughts. We'd love to hear them. And if you did find this one helpful, why not share this episode with a friend? I know I personally love it when a friend shares their favorite podcast with me, along with a text saying, "Oh my God, you have got to check out this podcast. You'll love it." And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss future